What's going on, lads? Animal here. It's Yoshi v23. I just thought I'd make a quick vlog discussing ACL Brisbane. Hit up the Twitter. People were really pretty interested in it, so I thought I might hit it up. Just gonna be talking about my team going into the event, what we expect to place, the top 8 teams, as well as the top 5 players in the event. Now, first of all, we'll get into my team. Now, while I was away in Vanuatu, the team I was previously playing for Forsaken ended up breaking up due to a few players not being able to land and whatnot. So that left me as a free agent. Now, I had no internet connectivity at all while I was away, so I come back home to a few Skype messages here and there, one of which was from Gundi. Now, I played with Gundi a fair bit during Black Ops 2 and whatnot. We're going to team for the NZ qualifiers for COD Champs, however, that didn't go down too well. He hit me up and he was like, we should run a few scrims and whatnot, see how we go. I knew I was pretty confident in his ability, so, it was a no-brainer. I thought, why not? After a few maps, we're pretty confident in each other. We thought that we could, construct a pretty good team, so we ended up going LF2. Now, after a few days searching, we ended up looking at Echoes. Now, Echoes had a hiatus during Black Ops 2. He was a very strong player in Warfare 3, so we were pretty confident in his ability. However, he only just picked up Ghost, so his map knowledge and whatnot was, below average at the time, but, his shot was still there and whatnot, so after a few maps, we could see that he'd be a very strong pickup if we could teach him the games, the way it runs, etc. So, after a few maps and whatnot, we were pretty confident that we could mould him. So we let him know that we're pretty keen to team up, and he was very interested as well. So that left us looking for one. Now, we had a few issues with a few subbies. We were looking to predominantly get a subby as a 4th player. However, a few issues here and there with me not being able to perform online. Little do people know that at my parents' house, however, I basically can't play online. The lag is literally so bad that I am forced to just skip around the map, and I can't do anything about it. But I wasn't gonna take it to heart. If they felt they could play for a better team, so be it. So that left me a bit down. I was a bit upset about it, but at the end of the day, it's COD. You gotta not worry about it. So we ended up looking for a 4th, and we ended up coming across Dizzle. Now, I hadn't really heard of the bloke before Ghost, so it was sort of a risk, but we thought we're in a situation where we needed a 4th pretty quick, so we could hurry up and get on the grind. And after a few days, we ended up picking him up, and considering I hadn't heard of him much, he did perform rather well. I was pretty impressed by his ability, so he picked up the strats and whatnot very quickly, so props to him. I really look forward to his performance at LAN. Obviously, myself, Gundi, and Echoes have all performed at LAN before. I think this may be Dizzle's first LAN, so hopefully he turns up on the day and brings the hype train, so really looking forward to that. Now, our goals for the event ultimately is a T8. Now, that's a big ask. Obviously, the skill gap is rather close this time around, compared to Black Ops 2, where I felt as if I am and only a few other teams were, the solid, the top teams. Rather, this game is, you got the Curse, you got IM, Avant. Obviously, you're going to be the big guns, but there's a few teams such as Rebellion, C5, Capital Punishment, Insurgency. Even, they're all really good teams. So, really, it's going to be really hard to pick the T8. However, my two personally going to be in the grand final. It's going to be IM versus Curse. Now, I'm not really sure who's going to pull it out, pull the win out. Could go either way, but see, Curse obviously with a big campaign over in America with COD Champs, top 5, edging out FaZe and whatnot. That's fucking massive effort for them. However, I feel Immunity gonna come in strong, seeing as how they've played with Rampage, COD Champs as well as ACL Sydney last year. Now that they've got Fighter back, I feel Fighter is, a pivotal part of Immunity. I feel like they play their best COD when he's playing. So, I'm really looking forward to him coming back into it. I don't think he hasn't played a big comp since, or ACL Brisbane, Melbourne, actually. I don't know, I'm not sure. I can clear that up. But, really looking forward to Fighter performing. I think that ultimately IM's results are going to be on Fighter's shoulders. I think if he performs on the day, they're going to get the win over Curse. It's going to be a very good contest. Really looking forward to that. Third for me, however, is going to be Avant. Now, Avant obviously plays third again at COD Champs. Pretty emotional for them. I thought they deserved to go, but it wasn't to be. Now, Avant has picked up Maka since then, replacing Benno. That's a very solid pickup, in my opinion. Maka's S&D game is top notch. I feel like their S&D game is going to be very strong coming into the event. Not really sure who's going to get fourth. It could be a few teams. Personally, I think maybe Capital Punishment might edge it out. Now, Capital Punishment is Riggsy, Beeston, Rampage, and Luke 69er. Luke 69er, young gun, obviously. Very underrated player. I feel like he's going to have a really good event. He's actually one of my top 5 players for the event. I feel like he's going to go absolutely off his head, and I feel like he's going to be a player to watch. Capital Punishment, they were the team to, the underdogs coming into the Black Ops 2 Grand Final against IM. Not a lot of people didn't see them being there, but they played exceptionally well. Obviously, Luke 69 will be replacing Frags. Obviously, it's not the same lineup, but I'm getting at. But really looking forward to them. I think Riggsy and Beeston are also going to be the ones to turn it up. Rampage obviously just come back from COD Champs, playing with Immunity, but now he's playing with Capital Punishment. Fifth for me is a team not many people may not pick, is C5. Now, C5 is Luna, Varenzon, Jake Fate, and I can't really think of the fourth at the moment. I think it might be Swifty, Dynasty Swifty. They're a very good team at the moment. I feel Luna is again going to be one of the players to watch. He's number 2 for me to watch at LAN. I feel he seems to go absolutely off his head online, and I think if you can bring that game to LAN, I think that will be a solid team to beat. Varenzon and Fate, obviously 2 gig underrated players at the moment. That lineup is pretty solid in my opinion. I feel like they're going to be a really tough team to beat, and they might even edge out some teams and whatnot, so hopefully they get a result. Sixth for me will be Plantronics Envy. Now, a lot of people wouldn't put them in their top 6 at the moment, due to the fact they're looking for one and they haven't played much COD together, considering Fergs was concentrating on COD Champs. Now, obviously they didn't do too well in COD Champs, but I felt like, Fergs did alright, so now Fergs will be playing with Claw and Puz. Obviously, they did exceptionally well in ACL Sydney last year for Black Ops 2, and I feel that if they can get a strong pickup, considering that they're still looking for one, I feel if they can get a good pickup, I reckon they can go hard out and might get top 6 actually. The only other team I can see getting up there is either Insurgency or Rebellion. Now, Rebellion being a very good team at the moment. Unfortunately for them, I think Wolfie is now playing for Insurgency. Now, I thought that was... seeing it on Twitter, I thought, I was a bit... I was like, I don't know why, but... Because they were very strong online and whatnot, so I don't know why, but... Maybe he wasn't, feeling the best playing with them, wasn't having enough fun or whatever, I don't know what it is, but... So, Rebellion is looking for one for the event. If they can pick up a strong player, they might even get top 6 as well. Insurgency has now picked up Wolfie, so the lineup is Crit, Zeke, Wolfie, and Quins, which is a very solid lineup. I think they've got a lot of experience at LAN, especially with Crit and Zeke. I think if the big dogs can go hard out, then I think the Quincy and Wolfie will go hard as well. Another team to mention, I'm going to talk about another team. I'm going to talk about Mega. Now, I've seen a few tweets here and there saying that Mega won't place at LAN. Now, I don't know why. Like, the lineup's geek as shit. Like, fuck. Apparently, the team's basically Ignitions. Rather than Mellow, it's Eminence. Now, the only reason I cannot see them placing would be that the chemistry is not there. Now, I competed at ABT Auckland at the start of the year, and Ignitions absolutely destroyed the entire competition. I felt there was no contest at all, and Mellow was a big part of that. Now, if Eminence can, pull the same, he can play sort of the same and, drop bombs as well, I feel like Mega now may place. They're definitely a top 8 team, I feel. And if they don't place top 8, I feel it would be an unsuccessful campaign for them. But however, if I felt that if Mello was playing instead of Eminence, I felt they would have placed better. But you know, it's not nothing against Eminence. You know, he's a solid player. He'll do all right. So again, top 5 players for the event. Now I've already mentioned 2 of them. Obviously, Luna and Luke69 being one of them. I feel third player, I feel will be Maka. He will be the player to watch for Avant-Garde. I feel like being the new pickup and whatnot, it's going to be a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but I think he'll cope. I think he's obviously got a lot of land experience under his belt. You know, he'll come in guns blazing. I'm hoping they do edge out Immunity and Curse. I hope they actually get top 1. You know, they're probably one of my favourite teams at the moment. You know, a good bunch of blokes. Obviously, I always have fun with them. You know, I've scrimmed with them a few times and whatnot. I've fielded as well. So, you know, I really hope they can get a result. 4th player for me would have to be Varenzon. Again, now people saying, you know, we talk about underrated players, and if they get if they're rated underrated, then they're actually rated. If that makes sense. But you know, he's been playing a lot online. Maybe might be due to net, but you know, I feel like he's a really strong player at the moment. I feel like he'll go hard in the paint. And I think that if he performs as well as Luna, I think that C5 might even edge out top 4. I hope they do. You know, again, good bunch of blokes. And for me, the 5th player will be Buzzin. Now, why do I think that? I don't know why. I just think that if he's going to have a big campaign at ACL Brisbane and just go hard, I think Immunity will get some sort of confidence boost. I think he'll go, if Buzzin can drop bombs, I think that they will perform well, as well as Fighter, obviously. Fighter and Shock's obviously the duo. I feel like they were going to go hard as well. So I'm just really looking forward to the event. I feel like I'm actually really confident in our team, my team, going into it. I'm really looking forward to the skill gap. Obviously, I played this game at LAN before in New Zealand, but you know, it's going to be a different scenario playing at home turf. You know, there's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of strong teams and whatnot. It's going to be good coming into the event. A lot of shit talk at the moment, so a lot of people, you know, it's going to get a bit edgy, but you know, it's a LAN environment, it's all good. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be sure to leave a like or whatnot if you agree with my opinions. If not, you know, hit me up with a message on Twitter or whatever. I'll get to you and I'll talk about it. I'm always up for discussion. So yeah, hit a like up, subscribe my channel. I'm going to be doing, you know, regular content over the next month or so. So yeah, be sure to give that a like and whatnot, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.